Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel The Earth Society. Today, the last part of the chapter Understanding Media we are going to discuss, and at the end of the chapter some important questions are present, so do practice this question, students. So let's start. Our today's topic is setting agendas. So let us understand that how do the media set agendas for us and as well as for them. The media also plays an important role in deciding what stories to focus on and therefore decides on what is newsworthy. For example, the annual function at your school is unlikely to make the news, but if a famous actor is invited as a chief guest, then the media might be interested in covering it. So media plays a very important role that they will focus on which stories and will not focus on which stories. Like every year, in our school, the annual function is going on. So rarely, maybe in the local channel of Chagda, you can see the total cover of our annual function. But if our school able to manage any film star or any political leader or any cricketer to our school, that time you can see that the whole media will fight in the Sampriti Manch to cover the total program. So this way media decide that which news they will focus and which they will not. Due to the significant influence it plays in our lives and in the shaping our thoughts, and is it commonly said that the media sets agenda. And in this way, by focusing different news in different area, the media also make a great influence or a great impact on our mind as well. And this way media sets the agenda. So this is the way how do media set their agenda. Another example is given here. Like very recently, the media drew our attention to alarming levels of pesticide in cola drinks. Maybe many of you heard the news that Coca-Cola or many cold drinks are made up of pesticide. Just few years back, we also heard one news that Maggi is not safe for our health. And the media published the news in a high rate that most of the people stop eating Maggi. So this is the total influence of media on our mind. Like now in every news channel, you can see the news of our pandemic situation. So the more we will see this news, the negativity will generate in us. We will get more panic because this is the time we should be positive. We should take care of our health properly. But in the news channel, you can see they are only showing the negative side of the society. So here we need to get alarm for ourselves, that which news we have to see and which we do not. They publish reports that indicate the high level of pesticide and thus made us aware of the need to regularly monitor these colas according to international quality and safety standard. As well as another example is also given here, that how do the media focus on different news. They did this despite the government's resistance by bluntly declaring that colas were unsafe. In covering this story, the media positively helps us focus on an issue that affects our life, and on that we might not even have been aware of it had it not been for media reporting. So this is one positive side of media, we can say that. Because through this, media is making people aware of different products which they should not consume. On the other hand, here this portion you can see that there are several instances when the media fails to focus on issues that are significant in our lives, like drinking water is a major problem in our country. Every year, thousands of people suffer and die because they do not get safe drinking water. However, seldom means rarely we find the media discussing this issue. But rarely in news channel, newspaper, we can see that media is discussing about the crisis situation for water. A well-known Indian journalist wrote of how the fashion week in which clothes designers show their new creation of rich people form the front page headlines of the newspaper. But several slums were being demolished in Mumbai the very same week, and this was not even noticed. So here media is not taking place for our democratic country. They are not taking the play of the proper role. Why? Because they are focusing on the rich people of a fashion show, not for the slum in the rural area or the slum in the city of Mumbai. They are not focusing on their problem, rather they are running behind the famous persons. So this way, media sometimes fails to focus on important issues of our country. Okay? So in this way, you also have to learn some positive side as well as the negative side of media with examples. As citizens of a democracy, the media has a very important role to play in our lives, because it is through the media that we hear about the issues related to the working of the government. So here the media has a great role for our democracy, because we depend on media to get different news. If the news are not authentic, then it can harm the people's mind and the society as well. The media decide what to focus on. In this way, it sets the agenda. The government can at times prevent the media from publishing a story, and this is called censorship. You have already learned about censorship in last video. Nowadays, media's close relationship with business often means that a balanced report is difficult to come by. So from here you can learn the question, why is it difficult for media to publish a balanced report? Given this, it is important for us to be aware that the factual information means the news or the report which is published by any newspaper or any news channel, that is called the factual information that a news report provides is often not complete and can be one-sided. So due to the influence of these big business houses, many news which are published by the news channel or newspaper can be not positive or can be only one-sided story. We therefore need to analyze the news by asking the following question. And because of that, as media sometimes fail to publish the real report, the proper report, we need to be alert about that. We need to analyze the news by asking the following questions. What are those? What is the information I am learning from this report? What information is not being provided? From whose point of view is the article being written? Whose point of view is being left out and why? So in this way, we need to ask to ourselves before judging any news which is published by the newspaper or news channel. Because you can see through the image that all the work of media is related to the big business houses, because they are depending on the big business houses for the money. Next is social advertising. What is social advertising? This is also the part of media. So social advertisement refers to advertisements made by the government or private agencies that have a larger message for society. So any social message which is published by the media, that is called social advertisement to aware the people. Like here is given one image. Alertness is the key to safety. Who has published the news? At railway labor crossing, because many have the habit to cross the railway gate without seeing the signal, and though the barricade is present. That's why the railway has published the alertness advertisement, that alertness is the key to safety. Just like that, we also knows about different social advertising like Swachh Bharat, Mission Nirmal Bangla, Amader Protigya, Amader Gorbo. That means these two are to keep neat and clean our surrounding area so that we can lead a healthy life. Safe drive, save life. Safe drive, save life. These are few examples of social advertising. So I hope you understand the video very clearly. If still you have any doubt, you can ask me. So today's questions are very important questions for your examination. How do media set the agenda? Give examples. What is factual information? Why do we need to analyze the news and how? What is social advertisement? Give some examples. Write some advantages and disadvantages of media. And what is the role of media? Both positive and negative side you need to write. So thank you students. Have a very nice day ahead. Best of luck for your exam. Keep prepare yourself very nicely. Bye bye. See you again.